Perfect. So moving on to some film techniques now as well. Looking at some symbols and motifs. I think I've got a few here. Three. Perfect. So birds, as we know, as a general, if we're looking away from the memory police, they're a symbol of hope and peace. So the disappearance of the birds in the memory police can be seen as a loss of contentment in that regard, because they're, hope and peace. And it's one of the first ones to go in the book, I think. I think it is the first one. So I think, from the outset, Ogawa kind of establishes that loss of contentment straight away. Okay? Despite birds being strongly connected with her father, the narrator later refers to them as creatures, highlighting that memory is valuable. So, yeah, pretty straightforward, that one. But despite having a connection to birds through her father, she still forgot them. And she does have that kind of flashback to them, like that memory kind of comes back. She's able to kind of recall them and their wings with the books and how they look similar. And there's pain from that. So there is that kind of connection there. But still, nonetheless, despite the strong connection, the majority of the book, they are gone. Okay? All right. Another symbol, decay. Not an explicit one in the book, but a really important one nonetheless. This is an inherent result of the disappearances. When the narrator and the old man confirmed that their heart and, minds disappear slowly with the objects as well. So like their psychological state, we see that deteriorate throughout, the narrator questioning everything as well. And I think that relates directly to the disappearances. Okay, amazing. So this further strengthens the connection between the importance of memory and its ties to perception of self and identity, because as they decay, as the objects disappear, they decay with the objects. And we can see that kind of strength and connection there as well between the two. Okay? Amazing. Snow. Snow creates images of coldness, introspection, and isolation, and enters upon the disappearance of calendars. This is also when the memory police get more brutal. So I guess relating that to a wider thing, the increasing imagery of snow throughout the novel points to an increasing numbness of emotional isolation experienced by the islanders. So we can see, I guess, how that relates to the disappearance of memories, the loss of identity. It relates to multiple themes. All of these symbols relate to multiple themes as well, and ideas. You can explore them under numerous topics for sure in your essays. I've got a few more here as well. So, lexical choice. I kind of already went over it, but just in case. Lexical choice is the choice of lexis, the choice of rhetoric, dialogue, words, whatever you want to say, choice of lexis as well. So it's when a particular word or phrase chosen by the author is chosen specifically to punctuate a point. So, as I said before, Ogawa's use of creatures instead of birds by the narrator showcases the effect of the disappearance. Okay? Amazing. So, characterization. The way in which the author shows/describes a character to be may reveal something about the character's morals or link into their choices. So this is kind of how they progress throughout the novel as well. Maybe there are some key points that showcase like a change in identity or a change in a character's morals or their choices, things like that. So the narrator's fight against the authoritarian regime, I guess, as well, would count as characterization. So, metaphor, which is a figure of speech that describes an object or action in a way that literally isn't true, but asserts the overall point. Used quite frequently throughout this novel. For example, I've begun to feel my body growing more distant from my soul. I am reduced to pieces. I wonder whether I would be able to resemble the pieces of myself. Nice metaphor there for you as well. Okay, and then allegory, as I've said, a story, poem, or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, typically a moral or political one. So the manuscript relates directly to morality. The book as a whole relates directly to Ogawa's criticism of authoritarian regimes. Okay,